Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly intuitive reading for Monday, November 1st through Sunday, November 7th, 2021. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Power Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine for the main message for everyone. Your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray. So, just a reminder that this is now the month of November, first full week in the month of November. So, if you haven't already gone onto my YouTube channel to watch the monthly intuitive reading for November, including all the astrological transits of significance, the numerology vibration for the month, messages from our angels and guides, as well as a special message card depending on your stone of choice for that. So let's go ahead and start out this weekly intuitive reading for the first week of November by looking at your stones of choice for the week. So the first stone of choice, isn't that beautiful? It's called Oko Geode. I hope I'm saying that right. OCO, Oko Geode. And this particular stone helps to resolve emotional trauma, helps to dissolve anger and resentment, helps with self-trust, self-acceptance, and self-confidence. And it also helps us to strive for what we want in our lives. Okay, the second stone of choice. This one is called Pinolith. And the Pinolith is a very soothing and calming stone. It helps to establish equilibrium between the emotions and the intellect. You could almost say between the emotional body and the mental body there. This helps to improve self-esteem as well, helps to deepen our connection with ourselves, and helps us to look towards new beginnings and new opportunities. And then the last stone of choice. This one's a little bit more complex, if you will. This is actually green fuchsite and blue kyanite. And it also has some pyrite as well as starulite in it. So the green fuchsite is apparent here. It's a very deep dark green with the fuchsite, but it's kind of immersed in this blue kyanite, so it gives it that really kind of almost turquoisey color. And then if you look really closely, I don't know if you can see, but there's little flecks of gold in there. And the gold is the pyrite, often called fool's gold, right? It's like a metal. It's like it looks like gold. And then the starulite that's also in there, or some of the stone that's interwoven in here, is kind of a brown flecks of that starulite. So again, this is more of a complicated stone, but the kyanite and the fuchsite together helps with healing of the heart, which is the green fuchsite, while balancing and cleansing one's energy field, because the blue kyanite is a cleanser, a purifier, transmuter of negative lower vibrational energies. So together they can help with the healing of the heart and the balancing and releasing, cleansing, of one's energy field. It helps with love, compassion, which again is the green fuchsite, helps with communication and self-expression, which is the blue kyanite. The flecks of pyrite offer a sense of protective energy. It's a protection. And the starulite brings in a calming of one's fears and anxieties. So again, your stones of choice, and really go with your intuition. Go with what they're also about with the descriptions that I gave you, but also go by the looks and what you're drawn to. So we have the Oko Geode. We've got the Pinolith. And we've got the fuchsite, kyanite, pyrite, starulite. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about the astrological transits of significance. Now remember, again, we're in November, so November overall has a different vibration than October did, but I'll probably talk about that more in the monthly reading, but I will tell you that with November's energy, it's probably going to be a little bit more self-reflective, a little bit more internal, a little bit more of a yin energy. Okay, so on Monday, the 1st of November, we have Mercury, which is still in Libra. It's actually, I think it's the last planet in Libra, yes, because the Sun just went into Scorpio not too long ago. Mars just went into Scorpio not too long ago. So Mercury was the only planet left, or is the only planet left, in that sign of Libra, the sign of partnerships and relationships, balance and equality. Now, Mercury does rule thoughts, ideas, perceptions, and communications. And on Monday the 1st, it's in a positive connection to Jupiter in Aquarius. This happens very early Monday morning. So we're going to feel this one on Sunday, the 31st of October. So if you're watching this early, you're going to feel it the day before this video actually starts, although it will be published by the time this transit is in place. So what does Jupiter rule? Jupiter rules our belief systems. It rules expansion. It rules prosperity and abundance and blessings. And this is a positive aspect between Mercury and Jupiter. So, you know, Mercury likes to look at the details. It likes to use its mind because it's a planet of the mental realm, looking at the details of what needs to be done, figured out, you know, what is being perceived, what is being communicated. Jupiter expands into the big picture, but it also is a mental planet where it's looking at the big vision, the big picture, where we want to go, what the, you know, what the long-term goals are, so to speak. So, and they're both in air signs too, by the way. In air signs, the Libra, where Mercury is, the Aquarius, where Jupiter is, also rules all of that mental realm energy. So I think that messages and communications and perceptions and new ideas, having a vision and being able to network and communicate about that vision, all of these are very much supported on Monday and the Sunday before with this particular aspect. It's a really positive aspect. In fact, good things, the blessings from Jupiter can come from communication and from the sharing of ideas with other people. Also on Monday, we have the Sun in Scorpio, and it's in an inconjunct to Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries. Now, the Sun is our ego and our identity, and it's in Scorpio right now. So there's a death and rebirth and transformation energy, a mysterious energy, an energy of deep subconscious thought processes and looking at our shadow side of our personalities, the shadow side of our ego with the Sun in Scorpio. And again, the inconjunct is an aspect of adjustment. Sometimes it's considered a little bit of a difficult aspect. So there's some difficulty and challenges maybe within healing our sense of self, self-confidence, and self-identity, especially since Chiron is in Aries, that sign of the zodiac that rules the self. So if we make some adjustments, if we look deep within ourselves, I want to say, because that Sun in Scorpio wants to look deep within ourselves to what our subconscious patterns are, what are our subconscious fears and anxieties, what are they there for, what are they trying to show us. And with it being in that connection to Chiron, there's an opportunity for healing there if we adjust our perceptions, if we adjust how we're looking at ourselves or even our interaction with other people. On Tuesday, the 2nd of November, we have Mercury in Libra is moving on, and now it's challenging Pluto. Now, Pluto is the planet of power and death and rebirth and transformation, regeneration, transmuting lower vibrational energies. It can be about power and control, and because this is a challenging aspect, and because Mercury is the planet of communication in Libra, the sign of relationships, we might find that there's some power and control struggles in our relationships with other people, mostly verbally, mostly with what's being said or communicated to other people. So we have to be aware of that. But there's also, again, there's always an opportunity, right? Even though it might not be an aspect of opportunity with that square between Mercury and Pluto, but I always think that there's an opportunity for transformation to take place, to transmute lower energies. And Pluto wants us to empower ourselves. So through our positive words and through our positive expression through communication, we can potentially take back our power or empower ourselves and maybe even empower other people as well. On Wednesday the 3rd, we're in the dark of the moon. okay? Because actually on Thursday we have the new moon in Scorpio. So on Wednesday, we're in the dark of the moon, where the moon is moving in the last few degrees of Libra, the sign of partnerships, into the sign of Scorpio, which is where it's going to be a new moon. And it's bringing up some shadow issues, shadow energies or issues or challenges, probably in regards to relationships, since there's that transition between the Libra to Scorpio going on. Now on Thursday, the new moon, which is a time of new beginnings, is at 12 degrees of Scorpio. So there are new beginnings, but it's in Scorpio's realm. So what does that mean? New beginnings as far as, well, one thing Scorpio rules is other people's money, finances, other people's values, opinions, other people's resources. So there can be new beginnings with shared resources. My money, my time, their money, their time, their support, my support. Like, this can be a good time to collaborate on projects, and if we pool our resources, there can be positive new beginnings. The other part of the new moon in Scorpio, though, is going to be more of an intangible healing process that we're going through. So it's a new beginning as far as subconscious healing is concerned, on a deep inner mind level, right? Looking at those shadow sides of our personality. Looking at where there's power and control struggles within our own mind or with us and other people, or even new beginnings as far as, again, money and finances on some level, with that being a Scorpio thing. The new moon is in an aspect to Uranus. It's opposing Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is the planet of freedom and liberation and change and redirection, and sudden and unusual shifts of circumstances or energies. It can bring surprises. Now, some of these surprises might be very good. Some of these surprises Uranus might bring, like a lightning bolt or a flash, could be in a way where we didn't see something coming. So you never really know what you're going to get with Uranus. One of Uranus's key phrases is to expect the unexpected. So with this new moon opposing Uranus, you might want to do that, expect the unexpected, but also have an expectation that you're expecting the good unexpected, that you're expecting, some insights or some, Uranus is good for flashes of things, like flashes of claircognizance or a vision that kind of comes in. So flashes of insight regarding something, or a new, sudden, unexpected redirection that's in your favor with money and finances or resources, or in regards to your healing process where you have an aha moment. So look at that new moon energy in that regards. And then on Friday, we have two planets shifting into new signs. We have Venus, the planet of love, relationships, values, our sense of self-worth, money, finances. She rules all of those things. She's moving out of inspirational, freedom-oriented Sagittarius, and she's moving into more serious, practical, goal-oriented, and ambitious Capricorn. So she has more of a plan. She has more of an idea of what her goals are, both in relationships and with money and finances. In fact, Capricorn is a sign that rules the career path, the life path, the destiny path, and what we want to do out there. So her goals are firmly now in place, and she's really focused on the steps needing to be taken to get to her goals. Again, both maybe in career, money, as well as love relationships. And Venus, by the way, is going to be in Capricorn a really long time. Usually she's in that sign for about a month and a half or so. And this time she's going to be in Capricorn, though, from November 5th all the way until March 6th of 2022. And why is that? You guessed it. She's going to be going into a retrograde motion. She doesn't turn retrograde until December sometime. But because she's retrograding in December in Capricorn, she stays in Capricorn throughout that retrograde, turns back to direct motion. And this is why she's in Capricorn a really long time. So as far as what we value, because Venus rules our values, what do you value within relationships and partnerships? What do you value within the relationships and partnerships you already have? What do you value about the relationship with yourself, right? Your sense of self-worth. And what goals or ambitions do you have that you value as far as your career path and your life path and your destiny path are concerned? And what steps can you take towards the accomplishment or manifestation of those goals? And so all of that with with Venus going retrograde and staying in that sign for such a long time is going to be a focus. And then the other planet that shifts signs is going to be Mercury. Mercury is finally moving out of Libra, where it went retrograde. So Mercury was in Libra an extra long time, longer than usual. About 6 weeks instead of 3 weeks. And Mercury, the planet of communication, thoughts, ideas, and perceptions, is now moving into the depths of Scorpio. So now it joins the Sun and Mars in Scorpio. There's a lot of Scorpio energies now after the 5th of November happening. So we're delving down deep. Our psychic senses of clairsentience, of clear feeling those energies, sensing those energies, just having this kind of, again, knowingness of what feels right or doesn't feel right, that's going to become stronger. The death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration energies are going to become stronger. Doing shadow side work is going to become magnified. Anything that deals with that mysterious, deep, subconscious, mysterious energy of Scorpio is highlighted. And Scorpio, to remember, is about other people's money, finances, resources, support. So that also is going to be highlighted with Mercury moving into Scorpio, especially in regards to the new ideas that we have or the communications that we have with other people. Now, Mercury is only going to be in Scorpio from the 5th of November until November 24th. Then it will be moving on into bright, inspirational, fiery, passionate Sagittarius. So take advantage of that short window of time to do some deep inner subconscious healing work. Okay, so that's what's going on astrologically for the first week of November. Let's shift our perspective and see what our angels and guides have to say for the week. Okay, so let's remind everybody what your stones of choice are for that special message card a little bit later. So our first stone of choice again was the Oko Geode. Second stone of choice is the Pinolith. And your last stone of choice is the Fuchsite, Kyanite, Pyrite, Starulite. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what our angels and guides have to say for the week. Excuse me. Let's turn over that first card here. And the first card is the Nine of Gabriel. This is like the Nine of Fire, the Nine of Rods in the traditional tarot. So the number 9 is the last of the single-digit numbers, but in the tarot, in our minor arcana of the tarot, we have 10 minor arcana before we get to the court cards. So this is nearing a completion phase of something, okay? So the number 9 is like we're almost at the end of something. We're completing something. And this could be getting to the end of a particular pattern, getting, to the end of healing something in our lives or releasing or letting go of something, as well as, at the end of getting towards what it is we want to accomplish or manifest in our lives. Now, the suit of Gabriel, the suit of fire or rods, is creative, spiritual, inspiration, energy. So this completion phase is on a spiritual level, or again, it might have to do with some sort of creative effort or creation that we're working on, something that we're inspiring new ideas. Now, the message at the bottom says, stay determined and move forward. So definitely we're staying on course, right? This is saying don't give up, stay on course, don't throw in the towel, keep moving. You're almost at the end of the journey. You're almost at the completion phase of what it is that you're working towards. It goes on to say be prepared for any possibility. So that kind of sounds like that Uranus energy that we have with the new moon in Scorpio opposing Uranus, right? So expect the unexpected. Be prepared for anything. And again, this could be something positive too. Be prepared for a new opportunity. Be prepared for a gift, a blessing that kind of comes in. Or again, be prepared for something that you didn't expect that might throw a monkey wrench in things and slow you down a little bit. So again, kind of stay determined and stay on course, and don't give up with what you're moving towards. And you can see here a farmer. He's got a shovel. Now he's on this path. There's green all around him. It does say environmentalism or environmental activism is part of the message on the bottom of this card. But if you look at this person here with the angel behind him, he seems like someone who's been working hard or is in the process of working hard. You know, he looks like he's been a part of that land or working the land. You know, he's got, again, that shovel in his hand, like he's been working towards something. And he looks happy, you know, he looks calm and happy, really. So it doesn't look like there's anything to be fearful or anxious about. Looks like we should stay in a good space and know that the angel's got our back, right? The angel's kind of in back of him. He's not looking towards the angel. He might not even know that the angel's behind him, but the angel's got your back. So whatever it is that you're working on, stay positive and keep moving forward. You're almost to the completion phase in a positive way of what you're working towards. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next card here, the second card. Okay, the second card is Major Arcana number 9. In this deck, it's called Epiphany. Now, in the traditional tarot, this is the Hermit card. This one here, Epiphany, has Archangel Raziel on it. And Archangel Raziel, to me, is like the Merlin the Magician angel. Archangel Raziel deals with alchemy, divine magic, esoteric wisdom and knowledge, visualization and manifestation abilities, you know, kind of like opening up that crown chakra and being a channel for divine source in a lot of magical ways. So with this being the Hermit card in the traditional tarot, we're on a spiritual journey. We're seeking the light within ourselves. You know, this angel, Archangel Raziel, has a lantern, which is often depicted in the traditional Hermit card, where the wise one, the angel, the man, the person, is holding that lantern, lighting his own way. He's seeking that light within himself and lighting his own path forward. But now again, this idea of epiphany is like we're going to have some sort of aha moment. We're going to have a realization of some sort. And that to me is that new moon in Scorpio, right? Scorpio energies can go really deep, right? And especially with it opposing Uranus, again, as I said earlier, it can be like having that lightning bolt flash of realization or having that aha moment or epiphany. The message at the bottom of this says joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, and answers that come through meditation. So the Scorpio energy is great for internal processing, meditation, self-reflection, going within. So it's definitely a good time for all of that because that's going to bring, so again, deep realizations and spiritual growth on your path. And that aha moment, that epiphany, might be the next best idea or the clue that kind of, again, helps you with that next step forward on your path as you light your own way forward. Okay. Now the last card here came out as 2 cards. Let's look at the last of those 2 cards here, or the first of those 2 cards, I mean. This is the Knight of Ariel, okay? At the top it says trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. This is one of the court cards, right? We have the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. So the Knight is a little bit more mature than the Page. The Page is usually kind of childish energy or childlike energy. The pages are usually messengers. The Knight is about energy and forward movement and kind of inspirational excitement and adventure with the Knight, right? It's not quite to the mature Queen and King stage. It's more of that youthful, freedom-oriented, energetic, passionate, you know, can conquer the world kind of energy. So the suit of Ariel, let me see here. This is the suit of, I think this is the suit of Pentacles or Discs, the Earth suit in this particular deck. So this is the Knight of Earth, right? So the Knight is moving forward fast and furious, but it's also grounded and practical and taking its time and being patient and logical because it's in that Earth suit. You can see that the knight on this horse, it's not galloping, frantically forward. It's actually sitting almost in contemplation here. And an angel here at the ground. It looks like there's like a planted field here. So the knight, planting these seeds, letting them mature. It's not quite to the maturation phase of being able to harvest whatever the seeds planted have grown, but we're getting there. So we're kind of midway with whatever seeds we've been planting, watching them grow. And this knight is patiently and steadily grounded in a grounded, focused way, watching his ideas grow, watching those seeds produce something and manifest something in his life. The message at the bottom says, there is so much to accomplish. It says, make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. Okay, so definitely you have angels again watching your back, just like in the first card. This angel is actually at the feet of the knight. So you've got, again, this angelic presence, or maybe this is indicating other people, because the court cards can be about other people in our lives. This knight has other people helping, watching, supporting, guiding, as well as, again, those of the angelic realms of the light. So again, there's a lot to accomplish here. Make a detailed plan. I think that's an important phase going on. We're in a new moon cycle now. It's a time of new beginnings. It's time to plant these new seeds and watch them grow. Venus moving into the earth sign of Capricorn here on Friday and staying there until March 6th is going to give us a lot of ability to focus and plan and move towards our goals at this time. So I think that that's very pertinent as well with that phase of Venus happening. So, map out what it is that you want. What are your goals? What are your ambitions? What's the short-term goals to get to the long-term goals? And make a plan, write a list. What do I need to do this week? What do I need to do this month? What do I need to do in the next 3 months, the next 6 months? And until you get, to that phase of where you can finally see things starting to manifest and become realistic in your life. Let's take a look at the last card. So far, I feel like this is a positive week here, some positive energies. And the last card that goes with that Knight of Ariel, right? That focused, practical, patient knight is the Magician with Archangel Raziel. So Archangel Raziel came up with Major Arcana number 9 in Epiphany. Archangel Raziel comes up again with Major Arcana 1, the Magician. And it says at the bottom, you can manifest the life that you want. What you need will magically appear and successful beginnings. So let's put these two cards together for a minute, okay? There is much to accomplish. Make a detailed plan, and being watched over by someone kind, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear, successful beginnings. So I feel like that goes together very well, right? This is telling you that you need to make a plan and that things will start to magically happen. If you focus your intentions as well as taking the actions, which is more of that suit of Ariel or suit of Earth, where you're, doing some sort of tangible movement forward, making those decisions and taking those actions, that coupled with your visualization, your intention, your belief in what you're doing, that's going to help it to magically manifest here. So again, Archangel Raziel is highlighted. Call upon Archangel Raziel this week for that alchemy, divine magic, to help you to download whatever wisdom and knowledge from the higher dimensions, whatever information from the higher realms is needed to be able to move your plan forward. We have a magician here, right? He's working with the energies, he's working with the different frequencies. We've got a sphere in the background. That could be a planetary sphere indicating some sort of astrological energy. It could be a kind of a ball of magical energy back there. And then we've got, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a Pegasus with wings or if it's an angel. Might be actually Archangel Raziel, but either way, we're getting ready to kind of spread our wings and take flight. And it's a magical experience. It's a magical energy happening here. So know that you have the power within yourself. You have the energy. You have the magic within yourself to manifest again the life that you want. All right. So let's take a look at what your message of choice was, or your special message card, I should say, depending on your stone of choice. So the first stone was the Oko Geode. So let me just kind of silence my mind for a minute. Focusing on that special message card for Oko Geode. Special message for Oko Geode people. This one's actually, the top one's calling my attention. Ooh, that's a beautiful one. The sun. Shine your light. Be the light to the world. Use your creative energy. The sun card in the traditional tarot actually means success too. It says at the bottom, enjoy success and happiness. So yes, joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, recognition, success, on all levels. The sun indicates our identity, our self-confidence, our self-expression. And again, shine your light out to others. Everybody has specific gifts, talents, and abilities, different gifts, talents, and abilities. And that's how we need to shine our light. When we shine our light through our creative self-expression, we're happy. That raises our vibration. As our vibration raises, it helps the manifestation process. It brings in those magical creations that we're all looking for. It brings in those blessings. So bask in joy, bask in the sunlight, bask in happiness. Do things that just, make your spirit feel lighter. Focus on nurturing your inner child and letting your inner child come out and play. That's part of the creative self-expression too. But that's a very, very good card indicating to me success. All right, let's take a look at the special message card for the Pinolith people. Pinolith. This one's calling my attention here, Pinolith people. Spirit Fox. Ooh, the Spirit Fox. It says, trust your talents in changing times. So we've definitely been through some changing times in the last couple of years. And in those last couple of years, a lot of people's lives have been shifted and redirected for several different reasons. And I feel like the Spirit Fox, sometimes the fox, as far as a totem animal, can be sort of like a trickster energy, right? The fox is kind of like the trickster energy. And so, life has been kind of a trickster energy lately, shifting us, redirecting us, kind of forcing us in a way to trust and have faith because we can't see what necessarily lies ahead or what the next steps are or what decisions we should make. There's been a lot of confusion in these last 2 years, and some people have felt like there's a lack of direction going on in their lives. But the Spirit Fox here, and this has kind of got a Native American feel to it, right? So call upon that fox totem. Native Americans always looked at nature totems, animal totems to kind of lead and guide them, give them messages, bring protection to them. And I feel like this can also be about going kind of on a little bit of a vision quest, kind of a creative, meditative vision quest as to what's the next step on my path and how can I trust and have faith that this vision is carrying me the right way, that this is the right next step for me. So again, you have to trust your talents, you have to trust your intuition as well. So what are your talents? Really sit down and kind of meditate on that, think on that, because whatever you're good at, maybe you're good at talking to and communicating with other people, networking with other people. Maybe you're talented with creating crafts or making food. Maybe you're talented with music or writing. Everybody's got different and various talents, and those talents are to be utilized in some way, shape, or form on your highest destiny path, what your soul is here to do in the world or accomplish in the world or experience in the world. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a part of your career and how you make money, but it does mean that it's a part of your soul and who you are and how you're supposed to express your energy out into the world, because then that opens you up in a myriad of other ways to create the abundance and prosperity and flow of blessings in your life. Okay, so trust the trickster. The last stone of choice is the fuchsite, kyanite, pyrite, starulite. Okay, that combination there. Let's take a look at the special message for those people. This one's calling my attention. Ooh, White Witch. We got some very positive, interesting cards here. And the White Witch has an owl in it, right? The owl totem is wisdom, knowledge to me. It's like being the wise woman, just like the White Witch. Be the light, be the wise woman, be the shamaness, the priestess, the goddess. Be the one with the wisdom from the ages, from your previous lifetimes and your previous experiences. Shine that goodness and that light and that love and that compassion out to others. This is kind of the silent observer to me, you know, the owl, you know, silent observer, seeing deep down beneath the surface of what really is, having kind of a higher connection, a higher ability to read why something's happening or how it's going to happen. It's very, you know, it's almost very prophetic in a way. It's kind of a mysterious sort of energy, as is the White Witch. I feel like ceremony is indicated here. So maybe during this new moon in Scorpio, you want to do some sort of ceremony, calling in the light that's within yourself to shine out into the world. Call in that wisdom, that ancient wisdom and knowledge, and how you're supposed to share as the wise woman. Now, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily, you know, older in years, but you can be any age and have wisdom, okay? Now, usually the older we get, the more wisdom we gain, but that's okay. Young people, too, have wisdom, right? They've been through certain experiences, and you gain a certain amount of wisdom as you go through certain challenges and life lessons. So call upon that energy. And, you know, this kind of indicates a magical energy as well, right? When we're thinking about being a White Witch, we're using our magical energies of good and light and positivity for the benefit of others, for the benefit of the collective, for the benefit of humankind. Definitely get out in nature. She's got a very naturistic kind of feel to her. Herbs, plants, animal kingdom, etc. I feel like taking a walk out in nature, meditating out in nature, is going to help you to gain that internal wisdom, knowledge, and insight that maybe you're seeking. So I hope everybody's liked this weekly intuitive reading. Thank you so much for all your love and your support and your positive comments. Again, I know I haven't read them probably in the last few weeks, but every so often I get on there and I go back all the few weeks that I got and read all of your comments, and oftentimes comment back. So keep the comments coming. Keep the support coming. Please, if you like the video, share the video with others. Please subscribe to the channel. I love you all, and I just so much appreciate your support and so grateful for all of you in my life. Sending you lots of love and light here from South Carolina, the new place that I'm currently stationed at here according to Spirit Universe. And I will see you in the monthly intuitive reading for November, as well as in next week's reading. So love and light, everybody.